Hey guys, welcome to the channel, and we got a big review for you today. Uh, we're going to be taking a look at this Athearn Genesis 2.0 SD70ACU, decorated as Canadian Pacific, number 7006, and it is equipped with a Tsunami 2 DCC and sound decoder. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started taking a look at this thing. We'll start with the box before I unbox it, and I'll slide it out of its little cardboard sleeve here, just like so. And this box, as all Athearn Genesis locomotives are, they come very nicely packaged with the dark blue color scheme with the gold lettering and the trim. Of course, you notice right here, as Athearn is celebrating its 75th anniversary, you'll notice all these boxes now come with a special 75th anniversary insignia here on the box, and very pretty boxes they've got here. But I know you guys don't want to just see the box; you want to see what's inside this thing. So why don't we get it out and take a look at it? Alright guys, we got it out of the box now, and all I can say is, wow, this is a whole lot of locomotive here. Just kind of give you a quick tour of the how it comes packaged. Like most all Athearn Genesis engines, they have this clear plastic case that encompasses the locomotive. You got your little handrail protectors right here. And it also comes wrapped in this slick paper to keep it from getting any scratches. Then, of course, you got a little foam thing that goes on top to further cushion everything. And forgot to mention, also, you got your little clear plastic sleeve that goes over this. So, like I said, it should protect them all very well in storage and transport. You also get your exploded parts diagram. As soon as I get it out here, well, there it is right there. That's your exploded parts diagram. You get a well, right there you get your little notification here on your parts. Got of course, as with every Athearn locomotive, you get a little flyer here for email newsletter, sign up, and you get your quick start guide for your Tsunami 2 decoder that this thing comes equipped with. So, that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at this incredible looking model here. Boy, I don't know where to start on this thing, but I guess let's do the usual. Let's start at the front and work our way to the back. So, I'll scoot my chair up here because I'm going to kind of zoom in. Excuse my hands for being in the way here, but I got to turn this thing where we can kind of get a pretty good look at the front end of this thing. Let's zoom in on the front here, like so. You got your MU hoses right here. Your air hose right down here, and then your other set of MU hose. And by the way, these are simulated rubbers, so you can move these a little bit. They do have give to them, which is really, really nice. Let me use a screwdriver here. But yeah, you can see them. They move right there. Very nice looking air hoses. Of course, you got your simulated, and they are simulated rubber, by the way. Got your McHenry coupler right here. You've heard me say this many times. The McHenry couplers aren't horrible. They're not the worst couplers ever made, but they're not great either. If you are going to pull long trains with this engine, I would suggest changing these to KD couplers. You could use either the old standard number 5, or what I like to use would be the 158 scale head. Gives it a much nicer appearance. And if you really want to get prototypical with it, these engines, I believe, have what they Well, this one here may not have it, but some of these engines come with a Type E drop shelf coupler, which means it looks like a standard Type E coupler. However, there's a little appendage that hangs down off the bottom. And some of these locomotives actually come equipped with that. I don't know if these do or not, the prototypes on these. I may have to get a look at a picture and see if they do. But according to the Athearn model, this is just a standard Type E coupler. So you could probably put just regular old 158s on it, and you're golden. So anyway, that out of the way, we'll continue on here. We got the this I believe this is a jumper cable is what these are. This red cable. Somebody that knows more about prototype locomotives can probably inform me better on that. But I think they call these this some kind of a MU jumper cable or something to that effect. But anyway, that's this red cable right here. Your coupler cut lever right there. You can see it right there with the wide ends on there. Grab irons on the snowplow looks really nice. Of course, we mentioned the plow on here. Something pretty interesting on this CP rail engine. I notice there's 2 airline hoses on this locomotive. That is something I have not seen on any other locomotive. And this is probably prototypical to the CP rail engines. I don't know that because we almost never get CP power down here, or at least I say that I've only seen CP power a couple of times here, but it's very rare we get any Canadian Pacific locomotives in my parts. So I don't know if this is prototypical or not. I would assume it is. Somebody that knows CP rail locomotives pretty well can drop a comment and kind of fill me in on this. But that's highly unusual. I've never seen 2 air hoses on a locomotive before, as depicted here on this CP rail engine. But anyway, moving along, we got your nice looking ditch lights. Look really good. The castings look really nice on here. We got your front handrails right here. Again, looks really nice and straight. Really captured the look. Decaling looks really nice on this engine. The grab irons look nice. You got your grab irons right here on the nose. Painted up very nicely. Of course, you got a little grab iron right up here on top of the nose. You can see it right there just under my screwdriver, that little white grab iron right there on top. You got some grab irons right here and where the nose is notched on the sides here. Sand filler hatches all look good. Nose mounted headlight looks really nice. And by the way, these are LED headlights, by the way, just for the people that's keeping score out there. These are LED headlights, and the windshield looks really good here. You can see the windshield wipers on here. Looks really nice. Excuse me. You got the grab iron on either side of the number boards. Looks really good. Number boards look really nice. Nice printing on the number boards, and these number boards do light up, which is really nice. I'm glad Athearn finally got around to making lighted number boards for these models. Really improves the look of them when they're running. I believe this is a blanked plate on the headlights. Some of these engines, well, let me take that back. CP Rail has always had nose-mounted headlights, but that's kind of interesting right there. There's a plate right there in between the number boards. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Got your PTC antennas right here on top that you can't see. We'll kind of fly over the top of the locomotive and let you get a look at that. Let's come around to the side here. Zoom out just a bit. There we go. Okay, you got your wind deflector right here. Right here, which is also a rear view mirror. Cab windows all look really nice on this model. Even got the little armrest right there. That's really neat. That's cool right there. And of course, you can kind of make out the PTC antennas right there. I kind of got to be careful so I don't accidentally touch them, but right there they are. You can see them. Truck detail looks really good on this model. There's even some small printing right here. Looks really nice. In fact, why don't I turn the light on? Maybe we can get a better look. Yeah, there we go. Kind of show the details a little more. Now, the bearing caps, I don't think this particular Genesis 2.0 model has rotating bearing caps. And there may be a good reason for that. Since these are EMD locomotives and the HTC radial truck is a much different design than the what we call the GE roller bearing truck, or the rollerblade truck. I mean, sorry about that, but since these are a different design, Athearn may have elected not to put spinning bearing caps because I could see why this could be really difficult to replicate in an HO scale model, because you really don't have a lot of material down here where these bearing caps are at. And it may have just not been feasible to add that feature, but still, a lot of nice depth to the detail right there. It looks really good. Looks really, really nice. But yeah, I don't think this thing has rotating bearing caps on it. At least they're not moving anyway. But that's not a deal breaker for me. I could certainly understand why they didn't do this on this model. That would be really hard to accomplish with this type of truck under this locomotive. But anyway, we'll continue on down the side of this engine. A lot of nice detail on the fuel tank here. You can see a lot of the piping and everything right here. You got your nice looking air tanks, and all the lettering is legible under magnification. Of course, there's all the other warning stickers right there and right there, right there. Of course, all down the side of this engine. There's a lot of them on these CP rail engines, which, by the way, these are bilingual stickers, which means they're both in English and in French. I've heard some pretty interesting stories from BNSF crews that have dealt with these Canadian locomotives that have operated them. We'll save those for another day, but it was some pretty humorous stories about that, about how they would board one of these engines to make sure they're in run mode, and everything would be in French, and they couldn't tell if the engine was in run mode or not. But that's kind of one of the short little stories there that I've heard. But anyway, coming down the side of this engine, the handrails look really nice and straight. Really like the black handrails with the red stanchions on them. Looks really good. Again, coming down here to the fuel tank, you see all the nice little details. And I'm going to try and zoom in this area right here, because I want you to check this out here. I'm going to attempt to do this, and I apologize if my camera shakes a little bit. I'm not the steadiest person in the world, but I'm going to carefully zoom in right there. And that's as far as it'll zoom in. But check that out. Right here would be the bell on this locomotive, the electronic bell. But look at this. Check that little hatch right there out. That is really neat that they included that. Normally you wouldn't see that as the train is going down the tracks, but the fact that they included that is just the extra that's what I call the little things that they put on these, that a lot of these companies put on these engines to kind of draw your eye to them. But that is really, really cool. And you see some other little details right here, fuel tank details. Here's your fuel filler neck right here. You got your sight gauge right here, looks really good. And again, you probably get a closer look at some of the piping that runs down the side of this engine. Right there at the ends of the air tanks. Right there. And I'll kind of, while I'm zoomed in, I'm kind of going to go back to the front of the tank and let you see those air fillers that's zoomed in while this camera is zoomed in. But look at that. Nice looking air fillers. You got more piping runs down here. Of course, right there you can read the lettering on the trucks. Very nice little additions here. So, yeah, and like I said, everything appears to be readable under magnification, which is really nice. We'll come around here. And again, I apologize for my camera work. I'm not the greatest in the world at being a cameraman. But you can see the other air tank details right there, and I'll zoom back out just a little bit where we can see that. And lettering all looks really nice. The grill detail on here, not all of it is see-through, at least not to my knowledge. But the depth is really, really nice here and on this massive radiator section back here. Now remember, these SD70ACUs, these were ex-SD90 Max. They actually start life as SD90 Max. Some of these locomotives were ex-UP engines, at least the ones NS had or has. Most, if not all of those, are ex-Union Pacific engines. CP Rail, these are some of their former SD90 43 Max that were rebuilt into these SD70ACUs. I believe they did also acquire some from Progress Rail that were ex-UP engines, if memory serves correctly. So yeah, really, really cool engines. Anyway, continuing on right here, of course I mentioned the radiator grills back here. Don't know if they're see-through, but they look really, really nice. Now this grill back here, it is see-through, and I'll try to, I don't have a lot of room here to work with, so I'm going to try to get a pretty good little shot at this right there. And I'm going to try, come on camera, oh, okay. Let me zoom in on that, and I'll show you here. You can probably see it right there, see-through effect, but I'm going to kind of, well, maybe a little hard to see, but those grills are indeed see-through. You can see into the model pretty good right there. So very, very nice. We'll come around to the back here. Again, I'll zoom back out. And this is a longer video than what I normally would do, but there's just so much detail on this engine that I really couldn't do this as a quickie review. So I'm trying to be as thorough as I can with this locomotive. So bear with me for it being longer than what I normally do. But anyway, you got your spare knuckle holders right here. Again, more MU cables, your McHenry coupler on the rear ditch lights on this thing, which they do work as well. Rear headlight right here, decaling again looks all real nice. Got your grab irons right here and here and here. All look really nice. And then I'm gonna scoot this back just a little bit because I'm going to have to kind of turn this thing around here very carefully and very gently, but we'll turn it around, let you get a look at the other side here. Okay, we'll go back in right here. Again, pretty much the same story, second verse. A lot of really nice detail on this engine. Truck detail looks all real good on here. Air tank details look really nice, or the fuel tank details look really nice. So, yeah, and almost forgot. You can see the sanding lines right there on both the front and the rear trucks. Right there. Maybe a little hard to see on this rear truck, but you can see it. I'll try to point to it right there. You can see it kind of come down right there. So, yeah, a lot of really nice detail on this engine. Very, very impressive model. And just so we're being thorough, I did promise we'd fly over the top of this thing, let you get a look at it. So right here's your PTC antenna. Here's your exhaust hatch, which you can see down in there, adds a lot of nice depth to it. You got your 3-chime air horn right there, looks really nice. Of course, see-through radiator fans. I like how it kind of has a red in the background, in the up underneath there. Kind of gives it a nice look. I like that. So yeah, but anyway, those fans are see-through. You got your dynamic brake fan right there. Again, a lot of nice detail there. Walkway tread looks really nice, and that is see-through. That's really cool right there. I really like that. And of course, it continues on right there to the front. Right there. Of course, we'll go all the way to the back and let you get a look right there. So, yeah, wow. A lot of detail in this engine. So that'll kind of take care of the overview on this engine. So why don't we head out to the layout and see how it sounds and runs. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And you can hear it already going through the startup. And I mean, listen to that thing. So we're just going to go through the kind of the basic controls of this engine. So we'll start with the headlight. Turn that on. Quit trying to do 2 functions at once. That's actually my controller doing that, not the locomotive, so don't worry about that. It may be a little hard to see there, but the headlight is on. Let's see, F6, I believe it turned the ditch lights on. Nope, F5. There we go. You can see them come on. Nice and bright. I'll go ahead and set that in front and let you guys get a look at that. Which you can see nice and bright there. Turn the bell on. A little quiet. We may have to adjust the volume on that. Blow the horn. Don't need to adjust the volume on the horn. It sounds plenty loud. Of course, that's your long toot. Short toot is F3. Turn the bell off. And F11, I believe, will turn the ground lights and the number boards on. And they are on it. It's going to be a little hard to see, but the number boards are lit. And so is the ground lights right there. So very, very nice. So we'll go ahead and I'll put my camera back in the holder there. We'll go ahead and move it forward. You can see we're at speed step 1 and it's just crawling. Very, very impressive slow speed control. Let's go ahead and advance it a couple more here. Right there. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop it right there. That way you can get a look at the rear. And we'll put it in reverse here. And you see rear headlight and rear ditch lights light up just as the front does. Excuse me. And we'll go ahead and back it up here. Again, very nice slow speed in reverse as well. So yeah, folks, there you have it. We hope you... Oh, wait. Well, before I go, we need to do the dynamic brake feature. I didn't do that, so let's put it back and forward. And we'll do that. So F4 is your dynamic brake. Nice sounding dynamic brakes. So, yeah, really, really nice engine. So, let's go ahead. Whoop, I'm still running forward. So, we'll back it up a little bit. And like I said, we hope they'll take care of a review on this engine. We hope you guys have enjoyed this this little extended review of a very nice, very highly detailed locomotive. If you like what you see, be sure to drop a comment, drop a like. I greatly appreciate it. And like I said, I hope you enjoyed this little review on this engine. And we'll leave you with a run by. So we'll catch you in the next video, everybody. Take care, all. Bye for now.